maybe even in Weavile's favor.
Yeah. So we're going to be getting into this next match here. Speaking of the devil, it's going to be Domin0 versus Slipping Bug. So they're getting set up, checking out everything on the controllers. Guys, make sure you're smart about your button checks. Don't let anything fall in through the cracks.
Again, with Weavile, you know, we're expecting a lot of aggression, and it's perfect that we're seeing so much aggression in the face of someone who I believe has some of the best defense I have ever seen. Slipping Bug with this Libre, playing such an incredibly defense-oriented Libre. I think a lot about the 80-20 rule, right?
Yeah.
Where sometimes 20% of the work can get you 80% of the way there. And I feel like that's how Slipping Bug really approaches this game.
Yeah.
He's so defense-oriented. He focuses a lot around trying to build up that burst meter. And then whenever he actually goes into burst mode, that's whenever the damage happens, and that's whenever we see some serious payouts.
You know, and the big thing to keep in mind is that these guys have such diversity of how they're playing these characters. All the archetypes are really illustrated so well. Now, we're going to be getting into Weavile versus Pikachu Libre. Pikachu Libre being a bit more of the mix-up oriented kind of character. Between some of these attacks as well as the grab game that has been mixed into it as well. That makes for a lot of fun. With that unique mechanic, though, where the enhanced mode is really coming into play, that is what really is the X factor for this character.
And you're noticing Domin0 trying to start with the counters. He is finally able to get an opening and gets the grab afterwards.
Yes.
Slipping Bug definitely thought that Domin0 would be continuing with the offensive pressure, so mixing the grab was the perfect decision.
Pay mind to where Domin0 is putting down these ice cubes. Those are statements for where he's saying, Slipping Bug, you can't move to these places. You can't either move backwards or to the sides. We're limiting the options here. The focus attack coming in here.
You're waiting for those enhanced moves. Oh, Domin0 forced to go into burst. He doesn't want to stay in the corner. It really is a nightmare scenario against a character with such great grabs. Ooh. A beautiful grab from Domin0, actually.
He slipped that in past Slipping Bug.
I see what you did there.
Maybe a little bit.
But this is, again, where Slipping Bug is so dangerous. Did he catch him pushing a button? Doesn't look like it. Domin0 able to get the shield up in time.
The patience here, guys. That's what's so cool. These guys are willing to just sit there, wait a moment, and put all their cards on the table for that one instance.
Again, I'm waiting for the grab. We're not seeing it yet. Domin0 is waiting for it as well. And there's the wild charge.
Oh, baby, hit him with the stunner.
It doesn't close the game out. Domin0, he has access now to the Cresselia buff. He's not going to recover a lot of HP, but anything's better than one.
Yeah. All right, 23. That's the magic number. Will Jordan possess this man?
Oh, possessed him enough to get a second burst on the table.
Waits. He's not opening up for the grab.
He doesn't want to.
There it is. Wall splat. He's going to chase him down here. That's going to be the time up.
And Domin0 ends up coming out ahead. The 2% differential in total health means Domin0 takes this first round. So a very surprising turn of events. We saw, again, just this standoff with Slipping Bug relentless in his shield, and Domin0 had the right timing on when to decide to go for the grab.
Ooh, good job hitting him with the cube. Waits. Yeah, he doesn't need to push the envelope right now. This is the enhanced mode that we're talking about, folks.
That's right. You know, in burst mode, of course, everything is just so terrifying. Domin0 holding onto shield, but we have to look at the armor. Perfect counter placement from Slipping Bug into the Electro Web. And this is going to be a lot of damage, folks. And beyond that, the limited mobility as well. Now Weavile losing one of those great tools that the character has. Cresselia
comes into play with the health.
And going to be resolving some of those debuffs as well that Slipping Bug tacked on.
Ooh, the opening that he needed. Here's the phase shift. Puts him against the wall here. Losing out on the options. Tries to go for the big damage. Holding steady. There's the grab, finally. You're seeing that Domin0 will do things where he'll go to the attack first. He's guessing Slipping Bug's going to crack. He's guessing that he's going to see some sort of retort or some sort of movement. And eventually he goes in with the grab. It's always after the second or third interaction.
Are we going to see another burst here maybe from Slipping Bug? That's right. The Cresselia gives him enough. And he's going to go into burst as well to try and close this round out himself. Oh, does he have enough time? Domin0.
Oh, he got him.
He was caught with his pants down, and Slipping Bug is going to be getting one on the round.
Get him, boy. Oh! Caught him with the splash. No, that was a shooting star press. That's what that was. Yeah,
the flying press, man.
Oh, my gosh.
So good.
I don't know. I think our audience might be a bit too young to even know like the old references we're making. I think we're showing our age with like our old like WWF. We called it WWF back in our age. That's our old man.
Do you remember the WCW NWO days?
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the Attitude Era? Oh yes, I cringed just as hard too, man. That stuff was funny.
All right, now all the attitude being brought by Slipping Bug. He's getting some great sequences. We're seeing Domino being forced to go into burst mode, but we're good. Oh, wow! I expected the shield from Slipping Bug. Instead, Slipping Bug caught slipping a bit. Ooh. And this is going to be a decent amount of damage for Domino to go and get serious control in the mid game.
Not wasting any time. Domino's trying to close the distance here, but Slipping Bug not having any of it. Whoa! Getting caught out there by the claw. Okay, you have position. Phase shift is inbound.
And again, just the recoverable HP. When does Slipping Bug decide to go for the Cresselia buff?
He's just waiting. He wants to do it at a position wherever he's potentially safe because he knows this onslaught is coming from Domino. There he is. He knows that he had the distance for that moment because he had committed to Ice Cubes.
And here comes Slipping Bug. Again, this is the perfect time for him to make the comeback. Domino trying to run, but that mobility won't be helping. Slipping Bug closes the distance and is rapidly closing the life differential as well. Getting hit by that discharge as well. Domino had such a great showing. He has burst available, and he ends up getting caught before he could actually activate it. Will this be enough? A raw burst.
Shooting star.
And it won't be enough to actually close out this first game.
Wait. Oh, he has him on the wall. What's he going to do for the get up?
There's the counter. He got two conditioned to Slipping Bug consistently just using shield. No grabs yet. There's another counter wild charge, and Slipping Bug steals that first game from Domino.
Historically, Domino has said that Slipping Bug does really well against him. But he does feel like whenever he's playing against him, it does come down to the decision making. Granted, there's some things that you can see Weavile gets negated by Pikachu in some instances, whether it comes to the anti-air game. But in some of these regards, he needs to just make better decisions. We saw them walk up forward. We saw the retorts from both of them. The walk-up shield to bait for burst, and then the potential follow-ups that came.
You know, the big thing when I looked at that last round was Slipping Bug's adaptation while he was in the corner. At first, we saw Slipping Bug just so content holding block the entire time. But then he starts mixing in counters at the end of the day, at the end of some of these strings that Domino is going for, which really threw him for a loop and actually made it so he could take that final critical round. Now, into the first round of this second game, and again, we're seeing the counterplay.
Domino doing a good job here, just trying to see if he can put on a little bit of offensive pressure, but Slipping Bug on the receiving end. But neither one of these guys are really pulling the trigger just yet. They haven't found the full extent of their combos. Domino going to go for the phase shift here.
Yep. The wall splat gets the extra damage, lays those icicle traps as well.
The retort from Slipping Bug. Dash up, it baited, looked like he was going to go for the grab. Instead, goes for the burst.
That's right, and now in burst mode, this is where he gets so much that Electro Web is going to hurt. And not only is the damage, but also the limited mobility is going to make it so difficult for Domino to avoid the barrage. He's going to go into burst mode himself.
Here it is. Here's the retort.
Counter burst setup, perhaps?
Oh, gosh!
And both bursts end up whiffing entirely. Cresselia now from Slipping Bug. And just notice how much of that burst gauge that it built up.
Oh, grab? No, goes all in, commits.
And that was the adaptation. Actually, he's trying to charge up the normals in order to ensure that he could break through some of the counter and shield attempts that Slipping Bug was going for.
Slipping Bug had been keeping up his shield quite a bit, and as a result, that's where Domino is saying, let me put the extra butter on it. Let's see if we can get break through and crack that shield. No, not going to be able to get the grab here.
And a great option there, that discharge. Just making it so Domino's air game in general is almost negated. He tends to go for a lot of these icicle crashes, but because of the coverage that discharge throws out, it makes it so difficult. Domino actually ends up getting the burst attack to connect.
You can tell that these guys want the big damage because while there have been opportunities for them to go for the grabs, the setups that you get that aren't involving wall splat aren't that strong. So as a result, you see these guys waiting and looking for these higher reward attacks.
Oh, a 1-2. Face shift again in Domino's favor. This time Slipping Bug gets the grab. And he's going to get amped up.
Ooh, here's the follow-up. Yep, there it is. The pressure that we're seeing from Slipping Bug. He's constantly in Domino's grill, and he doesn't have any intention of letting up anytime soon.
It's again just about taking control of the pacing of the match. Domino knows he needs to put the offense out. Both players popping into burst.
The patience. Oh, he baited him!
Did he catch him? No. Just lingered a bit on the icicle, ensured that he wouldn't be getting caught by the wild press. Oh, flying charge though, the stun from the initial setup. And now we're seeing Slipping Bug putting a round up of his own. So critical here for Domino. If he loses this round here, he's going to be getting sent to the loser's bracket immediately. But if he can at least take this round, then he has another game, another chance to bout with Slipping Bug here.
All right, we're kicking it off. Oh, getting punished for going for ice cubes here. Slipping Bug, man, puts the body on him.
That's right. Domino was so content with these counters early on, and now Slipping Bug is implementing the grabs to punish.
Oh,
huge Electro Web.
He's already down to half health. Domino needs to make some responses quickly.
And just a tough spot. Not a lot of recoverable HP, but at least he's going to be getting that speed debuff off of him.
Ooh, just waits. Wow. Here's the follow-up. Puts him in the corner. Here's the phase shift.
This is where Domino, I feel like he has to go into burst, and he knows it as well.
He just waited. You saw what he did there. He hit him. He knew it was at frame advantage, and he just waited that extra long amount of time, seeing if Domino would pull the trigger. And that's where Slipping Bug was trying to pull the burst out there.
That's right. This would be a miraculous comeback. It's not going to happen, folks. Slipping Bug, 2-0 and a handshake, will be going on to winners finals to square off against Toasty.
Man, what a set.
Just, again, we talk about adaptation being so important. And while Domino was so good at getting the rounds on the board, when we talk about the overall, the marathon, right? Yeah. When we talk about the long-term adaptation, it was all about Slipping Bug. And that last round was so indicative of that as well.
Absolutely. We're going to be getting into our next match shortly. These guys are getting set up. But, guys, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, go ahead, tweet it out, hashtag AB7. We're going to talk a little bit about how we got here in this top 8. So you just saw Slipping Bug versus Domino pushing himself into winners finals against Toasty, but down in losers, we are going to be seeing quite a few interesting matches. Ballamar, definitely one to look out for. SS Guy, we touched on it previously, but also Domino. Now that he's down there in losers bracket, are we going to be seeing the demon coming out?
And it's certainly possible, but for him to make the run, he'll have to get through some of his demons. We